Ryan Reynolds is now trying to bully the court to try to put financial pressure on Justin Baldoni to drop what he's calling the frivolous lawsuit. But could the real reason for this sudden aggression be because Disney is no longer happy? Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signore. I think I'm stating the obvious when I say a lot of folks are over this "it ends with us" lawsuit, and they want it to stop. And one of those people I hear now from multiple sources is Bob Iger himself, the CEO of Disney. Now, you got to understand, Ryan Reynolds has a very lucrative deal through Fox, through everything, that he's in bed with them. They can't afford to cut him loose, but they can have a talk and tell him, Ryan, this is not good. But Ryan seems to be so stubborn and aggressively trying to prove the proof is out there, and I don't know what this man is thinking. But from what I've heard now from multiple, I heard this a little bit ago, and I heard it from some newer sources today, confirming that yes, Bob Iger himself and Disney have been trying to get Ryan Reynolds to drop this nonsense. Just like Taylor Swift, just like everybody else involved, nobody wants to be involved in this. And now they've put on a brave face. They have made it clear they're not going to play nice pool with Justin over these Deadpool requests of getting information from the film. But it's Justin's right. This is all absolutely valid. This is not frivolous. He is demanding that they hold on to these documents so that he can do his discovery to figure it out. It's not up for a judge to deem what's frivolous this early on in a case. That's what the case is for, Ryan. And so you don't get to just throw your power around and keep demanding that it's frivolous and to go away. And blah, blah, blah. You are so out of touch. It's wild. You guys started this lawsuit. Let's not forget, you were the ones who started the lawsuit, and Justin's proven fairly that a lot of what your wife is saying didn't seem to happen. So this is the problem, Ryan. You got a lot of people. I notice everyone out there throwing out Taylor Swift's extortion claim, but Taylor Swift still is pretty quiet, isn't she? And she's very litigious. Her team doesn't mess around. Why are they still so quiet, Ryan? Because you guys are trying to force down a narrative, and we are refusing to accept it. Now, I wasn't there, but all I know, a lot of crew members now I've spoken to who were there, they all say this didn't happen. But was there some other miscommunication or problem with your wife and Justin? Maybe. But was all this worth it? Absolutely not. And now it's affecting your work. Now it's affecting your boss over at Disney, which you finally got to step in with this big, huge, successful movie. But now you can't even post an Instagram post without leaving the comments on. You have to turn them off. Like, this is not good for your brand, brother. This is not worth it. Now, I've had other sources, less of them, but sources deep inside saying divorce is going to come in a couple years. So is that what's really happening? Is this all just him aggressively, stubbornly trying to prove we were right, trying to just continue to scream and threaten to the last minute? Because that's what this screams like to me. Now, again, demanding sanctions over the frivolous suit, which with is a frivolous request. Again, he's drowning the court yet again with more high-profile demands to go away. Ryan Reynolds has had enough of these utterly frivolous. I mean, I feel like I've read this story 4 times already. Ryan, just take it to court. Get it over with in court. Enough. You're doing just as much PR as Justin's team is, but Justin's defending himself. So it's different for me. You're constantly out there trying to say, no, we're victims. Believe us, we're victims. I don't believe you are. There's so much more important stuff happening in the world, and real abuse with Harvey on trial and others. The Diddy case. These are real cases we should be focusing our energy on and time and resources, not because he looked me in the eyes while I was breastfeeding. This is absolutely ridiculous. Talk about frivolous. But anyway, now he's trying to ask the judge to ding Justin's team financially. But JB has pointed the finger back. Of course, this is all, every time there's a story, someone does one and then they do the other. And I'm getting a little bored of it all because, yeah, the Deadpool star on Tuesday hit back against JB and his team with a request for monetary sanctions, which they say is reaction to the preposterous defamation lawsuit that makes a mockery of the legal system. That's not up for the judge to deem. This is why we're in discovery. This is why we're doing depositions. Dude, you don't get to just end it before he's even gotten to ask people and get the facts. There is enough here to get information. The fact that your team was out there asking Taylor to delete text messages and show support. I mean, Ryan, that looks bad. Why is Travis Kelce not following you anymore? These are real things. These aren't just us bullying you and so on. We are not going to just keep accepting whatever narrative you and other high profile celebrities demand we follow. No, what's actually happening here is gross. He's, again, just using this as an opportunity to reinforce, Baldoni's thin-skinned outrage over a movie character. If anybody's thin-skinned, it's you and Blake. They took Ryan to court, referenced the satirical woke nice pool character, which JB thought was an obvious shot. It was. Again, I've spoken to crew. They were like, oh my God, when I saw Deadpool Wolverine, even before the internet figured it out, I was like, that's clearly mocking Justin. They've all confirmed this, and you know it, Ryan. You absolutely know it. So yeah, given everything that's happening, retaliation, campaign, all these things that are out there, he has every right to figure out how involved were you in this at the end to mock Justin and make this a deal. It's totally relevant. Ryan already filed a motion to be dropped, but it's clear from the latest filing he wants to send a message that JB's team overstepped. Oh, you think? Well, we'll see. We'll see if these sanctions are met, Ryan. Good luck with that. Lawyers for Reynolds tell TMZ regarding Baldoni's complaint, these are not serious claims. Are they talking about Blake's? Because I would agree about that. They are a desperate ploy for clickbait headlines that have no place in federal court. Why do you keep putting out headlines too? What is this even a response to? Anyway, so let's go to Brian Friedman's statement. So Brian Friedman did respond. In the latest assault on Mr. Baldoni and other Wayfarer parties, Ms. Lively and Mr. Reynolds are now seeking sanctions on the purported ground that certain allegations in their complaint are frivolous. In fact, it is Mr. Reynolds and Ms. Lively's sanctions motion that are frivolous. Agreed on that. The Wayfarer party's complaint contains substantial factual allegations supported by a mountain of evidence. We anticipate that the court will agree. And they will. They will. And meanwhile, Justin's out there feeling the financial weight. Now, to be fair, I'll call this out for what I see it is. To me, I believe this. I'm not trying to deny that he's not suffering, because he is. He is. Make it clear. But this also conveniently is showing damages. Let's keep it a buck. The exclusive people source, they're smartly putting stuff out there to remind everybody Justin's not out there at premieres and launching stuff. He's still suffering, and he is. And honestly, good on them. Valid. It's valid. They are trying to keep him in there, keep the story going, but remind everybody of the stress that he's going through, which is real. And honestly, as you even say, but he's a positive guy. And I do think he'll be okay at the end of this. I really do. He's garnered more support than he probably ever would have. So many more people who were unaware of him are now supporting him and wanting to rally behind him. As soon as this is all over, I do think he'll have a shot at getting back out there and doing stuff again. Justin Baldoni is focused on his circle of family and friends amid an ongoing legal battle. He's certainly feeling that financial and emotional weight. I believe it. But he also believes things will work out. Agreed. He's focused on his family and faith amid his legal battle. Friend tells People. Leaning on the right circle of friends right now as legal back and forths continue. The lawsuit drama is causing stress for both of them, but their marriage is solid and they're actually closer than ever. I do believe that. And I've said it before as he stepped back out there. I hope Justin is using this time to really enjoy that time with his family, because when it's all said and done in a couple years and we are looking past this and you're podcasting and you're doing your life, Justin, you're going to look back and go, man, that was actually really precious time with my little kids, my family. And I hope he's taken time to enjoy the time off in a weird way. I know it's hard to do, but he will succeed, and he will look back at how amazing the love and support he had in that moment. And he'll learn who his friends are. It's going to be a very revealing incident. But yeah, it doesn't mean right now he's not suffering. He's got to build himself back up. It's a lot of work. I've been there. It's a lot of hard work. I think he'll be able to get there, and he's got to keep fighting. But yeah, March still feels very far away. The family friend says he's certainly feeling the financial weight of the legal fight, as he should. And meanwhile, she's out there launching new hair care lines and calling everything frivolous. I don't see him out there doing you are a mockery, Blake. This whole thing was a mockery. Your whole inability to accept some bad press shows how thin-skinned you were back in August. This idea that they put out Kirsty's interview, give me a break. Give me a break. We will be covering this more, obviously, so make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the bell for alerts. We're also going to be live around 3:30-ish Eastern Standard Time today to cover today's Diddy trial update, so make sure you come check it out if you haven't been watching. It's been insightful. Kim and I are breaking down all of the insight of the day. So make sure you join us over there for our Diddy recaps. They're also available now on all podcast platforms, Spotify, Amazon, Apple. Check them out and leave a good rating. Thanks so much for watching, guys.